To aid you in your design work, you can either use reference objects or reference sketches. Reference objects can be imported from two sources, either from an Onshape Part Studio or from an STL file on your local file system. We'll try the first option. Within this Onshape document, we have a Part Studio, which I click on. This will be imported as a reference model. As you see, it comes in all green, which indicates that it is not an editable phi model that I can deform, for example, or work with, but I can only use it as a reference. On the Reference Object menu, the last option allows me to hide or show the loaded reference model. The first option in the menu allows me to edit it. If you look at the tooltip description that comes up, it outlines the ways in which you can edit a reference model. You can translate it along the X, Y, or Z directions by hitting the X, Y, or Z keys after you have selected it. To select, you just need to click on it, so if I hit the X key, it moves along X, and with Shift X in the opposite X direction, and the same for Y and Z. With the up and down arrow keys, I can scale it proportionately. Notice that if you zoom closer, the scaling factor adapts accordingly. With the 1, 2, and 3 keys, and Shift 1, Shift 2, and Shift 3 correspondingly, you can scale it along the X, Y, or Z directions independently. Finally, if you just click on the Delete button, you'll delete the reference model. The other option you have is to snap one of your elements onto the reference object. For example, I can select a vertex, then hit the Snap to Reference button. You will see that various vertices appear on the reference model, and when I click on one of them, the vertex is snapped onto it. So it is translated to the location of the reference vertex. Similarly, I can select an edge and then hit Snap to Reference, and then click on an edge of the reference model. The other possibility with an imported reference model is to convert one of its faces into an editable phi face. So I click on the Convert button, and then I click on, for example, this face here. And as you see, this was transformed into a phi face, which I can then use in any way I want. For example, I can do a pop-out to create a body, I can bridge it to another body, etc. So this is a way to transform faces from my imported reference model into editable phi faces. As mentioned, you can also import a reference STL file from your local file system. However, please be aware that STL files usually contain very large numbers of triangles and vertices, so they can be used as a visual reference, but it would probably not be very effective to try to snap vertices of your model onto an imported STL file. The other types of references that you can use in your design work are sketches. So here you can select 4 image files which will be displayed on the front, left, right, and top side of the scene. For instance, I can select the front and top views of a bicycle saddle and hit Load. Let me hide the faces for a moment. And here they are. As you saw, it's not necessary to select all 4 sketches. We also provide some preset sets of sketches, for example, a car or a boat, in case you want to experiment with those. Again, you can hide or show the reference sketches, and you can also edit them in a way similar to the reference objects as described previously. The additional command here is the ability to flip any selected sketch horizontally with H or vertically with the V key. So by using either reference objects or reference sketches, you can make your design work more precise.